Oh, that is an interesting specimen there. Oh, hi. Yes, well today we're gonna be learning about the Birch Milkcap, but let me just take a look. Well, that's an interesting mushroom. The Birch Milkcap. Have you ever heard of this mushroom? Wait a minute. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? What is that? Hi, my name is Holly. I'm kind of a nerd for mushrooms. I turn them into cute little characters. Whenever I turn them into characters, I turn them into trading cards and stickers. Today, we're learning why you should never overlook a tiny mushroom called the Birch Milkcap. We're gonna learn why this mushroom is so cute and it's so important to the ecosystem. Join me today as we look for this tiny little mushroom in the forest. Meet the Birch Milkcap. Being a milkcap means he literally cries, and he cries this white milky substance, which is an interesting trait. His scientific name is Lactarius tabidus, which literally translates to wasting away. This is because this mushroom is the tiniest in its family, and that family being the Russellii. At first glance, this little tiny mushroom is only a color in the midst of a forest. But as you kind of look a little bit closer, you start to notice the details of this mushroom. Its cap is a brownish orange, and it has a tiny little stem. This mushroom will start out pretty round, but it also flattens as it ages. This mushroom is so cute. It is only 1 to 3 inches tall in the midst of a giant forest. And if you look underneath the cap, you can see some pale gills. This mushroom's spore print is pretty special. It looks very normal to the naked eye, but it has a very small hint of a salmon pink or a yellowish color. To create a spore print, you will basically take the mushroom, cut it in half, like this, put it on both a white and black piece of paper, and let it sit overnight to let all of the spores that are underneath drop onto the piece of paper, revealing the spore print. Spore prints are a great way to identify mushrooms because they usually are the same consistently in the genus families. So why is this mushroom called the milkcap? Well, that is because it releases a white milky substance whenever it is touched or cut in any sort of way. But don't be fooled, this is not milk. I mean, I shouldn't have to say that. Whenever you touch it, this white substance, it will stain your hands and anything that it touches a yellow color. This little mushroom has a party trick. This is why it is called the yellow stainer, because it gets everything that it touches with this white milky substance to stain yellow. This is the #1 way to identify this mushroom because as soon as you touch it, bam, you are now stained yellow. The father of mycology, Elias Mangus Fries, first described this yellow stain party trick in 1838 is whenever he discovered this mushroom. Whenever the white milky substance is exposed to air, it becomes this sulfur yellow color. This is why it is called the yellow stainer as the nickname, which is why I have on my yellow shirt today. Other nicknames for this mushroom include the Birch Milkcap, Tawny Milkcap, Brown Milkcap, and Yellow Stainer. The Birch Milkcap can disguise itself as other mushrooms, but it has a very spicy personality. While some people in East Europe like to pickle this type of mushroom to get rid of the bitterness, it is usually not advised. Honestly, this mushroom is pretty yucky and you wouldn't really want to eat it at all. There's a dangerous myth that states if a mushroom is growing underneath a birch tree, that qualifies it to be safe. This is not at all the case, and you should not use this trick for identifying mushrooms. There's a lot of different things that go into mushroom identification. Another misconception is that if you cook this mushroom, that makes it edible and it makes it safe to eat. But this is also not the case, as this mushroom can lead to an upset stomach. Bringing a mushroom to a high temperature and a high heat doesn't really avoid these chemicals that are more acidic. While this mushroom is not used in traditional medicine, it is considered a chemical factory. This mushroom produces sesquiterpenes. Yeah, that's the name of it. I looked it up. I was like, there's no way. Yeah. These are defensive chemicals produced in this mushroom that sort of deter snails and insects from eating it. And this mushroom also contains antioxidants like phenols and flavonoids. But again, this mushroom is not edible and is advised against it because it is pretty yucky and might hurt your stomach. So best to just look at this mushroom instead of eating it. This mushroom will spend his 5 to 10 day life swapping nutrients with its best friend, the birch tree, or second best friend, the pine tree. This mushroom is considered a tree partner or a mycorrhizal. His relationship with trees is merely there to support each other. That is what a mycorrhizal mushroom does. It exchanges nutrients with trees through the root. You can find this mushroom in damp, nutrient-poor soil in forests. You can find this mushroom in North America or Europe from August to November. Identification can be pretty tricky, especially for this type of mushroom. This is because it looks like kind of a lot of different types. So today I'm going to be mentioning 4 different types of mushrooms that it specifically looks just like. It can be confused with the Saffron Milkcap in the same family, which this mushroom leaks an orange bright milk, but it turns a forest green whenever it is bruised. It can also be closely identified as a lookalike with the candy cap. This is a highly sought after mushroom for the maple syrup smell. But you have to watch out for the Oakbug Milkcap, which smells like wet laundry. Okay, that actually... The oak bug lives under oaks, but it smells like wet laundry and it also smells like bed bugs. Gross. And you will also have to look out for the fiery milkcap as a dangerous lookalike. This mushroom does live up to its name, with an intense burning heat that can cause severe nausea. Ooh, I think it's talking about the smell alone. Interesting. The fiery milkcap is a big toxic warning. This one causes major stomach aches, and its milk turns green. Ooh. Now that you've learned so much about the Birch Milkcap, we're going to be going over a fun Guess That Mushroom game. I'm going to be displaying a bunch of different pictures of all the dangerous lookalikes that we just showed. It is your decision on which one is the Birch Milkcap. If you can guess all of them, then you win. And if you don't, go ahead and replay it because it is totally free to do. I will have all of the answers after I have the questions, so you can keep track of which ones you get right and which ones you get wrong. Okay, I will see you in just a second to see how you do. Hi and welcome back from the game. How well did you do? If you did not get any of them right, or if you got a few wrong, you can always rewind and just do it over again. The goal of the game is to help you identify the Birch Milkcap and see if you can find it and spot it in the wild. If you got these answers right, you are ready for the Birch Milkcap trading card. I make trading cards, if you didn't know, and stickers, fun stickers. Let's go ahead and swap over to Other Holly to see the trading card set. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Spore Lore. Today we're going to be talking about the Birch Milkcap mushroom. To conclude, the Birch Milkcap is a small but mighty part of the ecosystem. As most mushrooms, whether they are saprobic, mycorrhizal, or even parasitic mushrooms, they're all vital parts of the ecosystem. It is kind of a fun educational way to learn about these mushrooms for humans. Specifically, this type of mushroom is not edible and is not advised for humans, but it is kind of cute to look at. Remember to leave this mushroom for the squirrels. If you are ever curious to know which one is which, the biggest thing to note is that this mushroom leaks, and whenever you touch that liquid, it turns yellow. That is the best way to identify this mushroom. If you want the Birch Milkcap trading cards and any other ones that I create, you can join my mushroom club. I have a whole Patreon with a couple different tiers that you can choose from, where I basically create the trading cards and stickers that all relate to that type of mushroom. But if you want to join my mushroom club, I can find a spot for you for sure. I'm curious to know if y'all have ever seen a mushroom leak before. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you have. I would love to hear your stories. I'm just curious. I am a mushroom enthusiast. I'm always willing to learn. I will link all of my sources down in the description. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and leave me a comment below. As always, I'm Holly. I make mushroom art and cute mushroom characters with the brand Susrooms. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Let's take a look at my notes on my iPad.